हेलो, नमस्कार। स्पॉटलाइट सीरीज में आपका स्वागत है। मैं सुमन अग्रवाल हूँ। आज हिंदी दिवस है तो मैं हिंदी में बात कर रही हूँ। मैं आईसीबीआई की को फाउंडर और डायरेक्टर हूँ और आज हम ये स्पॉटलाइट सीरीज कर रहे हैं और मेरी गेस्ट है निमिशा पारेख और वो वडोदरा से है और वो सर्टिफाइड सॉफ्ट स्किल्स ट्रेनर है। तो आप सब लोग हिंदी में बात करते हैं या सिर्फ इंग्लिश में ही बात करते हैं? हाय मोनिका, हाय सुचित्रा, हाय इशिता, हाय सोल एंड स्टाइल, हाय सोनिया, हाय मनीषा, हाय तृप्ति. Okay, so some people talk in English. That's fantastic. I'm doing good, Sonia. How are you doing? Hi, Nisha. Hi, Gunita. Oh, wow, Vibinta, you're in Turkey. Enjoy, enjoy. All right, so let's see if our guest Nimisha has already joined and if she's already sent a request to me. Yes, so I request. Hi, Nimisha.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good
Namaskar.
afternoon to you. यस, सबको नमस्कार हमारी तरफ से। एटलीस्ट हिंदी दिवस के दिन तो हिंदी में बात करनी चाहिए ना।
Exactly, हिंदी में बात करनी चाहिए. So definitely, I'll try to speak in Hindi today.
हाँ, हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों में बात करो बिकॉज मैं तो अपने जो वीडियोस बनाती हूँ उसमें हिंदी इंग्लिश दोनों यूज करती हूँ ताकि सबके साथ में कनेक्ट बना रहे।
Yes, ma'am. True. सही है.
एब्सोल्युटली, एब्सोल्युटली. सो हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
Us, I'm fine and of course super excited to be here today with you to share and talk and learn and learn so many things from you. So yes.
अरे मुझसे क्या सीखोगे? अभी आप सीखे सिखाए हो, अब तो आप लोगों को सिखा रहे हो, सब लोगों को.
So
So
we'll be
that's great. We want to understand, learn from your journey, and a lot of people want to understand from your experience that what are you doing and how are you sharing your learning with all the people around. So we would love to, understand from you that what are you doing and how are you taking soft skills training forward.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, I'll share my inputs
So
and
to
of course.
begin with, I want to understand from you that what made you think about what has happened, and before that, we actually want to understand from you that what has your life been, and tell us something about yourself. What were you doing prior to joining ICBI?
Okay. So prior to joining ICBI, I did my this interior designing. So like
Hmm.
creativity was always there. I always loved to sketch, write. Like when I used to observe something, I used to pen down like what was it and all that. तो पहले से ही कहीं ना कहीं था. So yes, interior designing was there, and it is still there. However, my passion was more into writing and blogging and all that. So I can probably because of that. Yes.
Actually, your voice is breaking. I did not hear the last bit.
Can you hear me now, ma'am? Am I
Yes, I can hear you now.
okay? So, wahi ma'am, ke interior designing was there, and still I am doing that. However, my passion of writing and blogging has brought me to ICBI today.
Okay, so what is the connect between writing and blogging? अगर थोड़ा सा connect आप बताओ तो.
So writing is like, जहाँ तक if I share my point, like writing is I write down anything. अगर it can be like throughout the day something happened, so something good or anything where I learned from, I just pen down by that. So that is a habit of maintaining a journal every day. Share my and then in the end of the month, go through those things. You know, you feel that there is so much gratitude in life for. So
निमिषा आपके आपके साइड से इंटरनेट इशू है कुछ?
नहीं मैम, it's
Guys, can you hear my voice clearly? If you could just give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me clearly?
ma'am, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, because निमिषा आपकी तरफ से थोड़ा सा voice lag हो रहा है, and that is what some people have also written.
Okay.
Are you able to hear Nimisha clearly?
So, just a minute, ma'am. Am I audible? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Nimisha's voice is breaking.
Okay.
आपका निमिषा इंटरनेट का कुछ प्रॉब्लम है?
नहीं मैम, it's full.
Okay. ठीक है, let's continue. अगर कुछ इशू होगा, so then we'll see.
Okay.
Are you you are logged in from your phone, right?
Yeah, I've logged in from my phone.
Okay. So let's continue. If there is any issue, then I'll keep you informed.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, I was talking about the difference, like what for me it is in blogging and writing. So, writing is I always write down, I pen down the beautiful moments or the good things that I have every day. Like throughout the day, there are. So, I pen down good learnings. And like when in the end of the month, I go through that book, I feel that yeah, we are really blessed. There is so much to express gratitude for. And blogging is like, I'll be very honest, I learned it when I saw my daughter writing her blog. So she's an inspiration to me for this. So she writes really beautiful blogs, and she was the one who told me that, Mama, you know, you should put it on. Why don't you create your own site, and it'll be of help. So then I created my own site, Nimisha Skill Factory. So I post my blogs there.
And what kind of blogging are you doing? I mean, what topics do you write on?
So topics, usually I write down on current situations. Like during COVID, I wrote about the emotional phase that everyone was going through. The balance, like how people, you know, depression was there then at that point. And I felt that it only I was the one who was suffering. But then when I used to hear people, I used to hear everyone. So I thought, why not pen down that thing? And, you know, if I could contribute something to my blog. So that's how this idea just came through. So I write down on current situations, which really touch me and where I contribute and create some difference.
Yeah, that's amazing. And how did you feel the need to become your own boss? And how did ICBI happen to you?
So this is actually a very long story, but I'll put it down in short
नहीं,
form.
आप लॉन्ग स्टोरी भी सुना सकते हो, बट बहुत ज्यादा लंबी मत करना कि पता लगा लाइव ही खत्म हो जाए.
Yeah. So after my two daughters, like earlier तो मैंने interior designing किया था, but after two daughters, you know, like once they started growing and they were on their own, so I felt that there was some void in my life. कुछ करना था, something was missing. So I used to, as I said, I used to write down at that time also. But that was lot of my about my feelings that I used to write. That you know, today I'm feeling little low, or I'm not feeling what I'm not able to achieve something and all that. Then I came across a family member, that's Rupali Saxena. She's also a part of ICBI and she's doing extremely well right now in Canada, and training the youth over there at the government. So when I heard her, when I saw that personal and professional rise in her, she told me that, you're writing so well, you speak so well. Why don't you make this passion of yours a profession? So it came from there. So of course, I really thank her a lot. And then when I went to meet Hina ma'am, the first lesson I learned there at ICBI on that day was how to be I think it
How to
is
be a
assertive. Yeah, so I learned from Hina ma'am. Like, I was really confused about things that, how would I pursue this course and how would I do it? And she just told me one line, and she taught me how to be assertive, how to stand up for yourself in a good way. So I think these two people, they really add on so much to my life. So that's how ICBI happened, and that's where the need to be my own boss, it just, it just generated on that same day. So from then and today, I really feel in the
wow, that's amazing. And this is all in the family, huh? आप भी, रूपाली भी, everybody from the same family. सब लोग एक ही जगह ICBI कर रहे हैं.
ICBI. The ICBI, I mean, heart and soul to us. So I even saw that thing that it's not only in India, even overseas, you can work with this certification. It's not like, we can, I mean, of course, everyone is very good. That's nice. However, an ICBI falls apart in a crowd. That's what I have seen. And I'll be very honest in accepting that. Like, wherever you go, it shows.
And do you people discuss like how is Rupali related? She's your bhabhi or you are her bhabhi?
My, my bhabhi.
Sorry?
She's my real bhabhi.
Acha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I, yes.
Fantastic. So, what kind of clients do you work with, Nimisha? And are they corporate, one-on-one clients? What, like, tell us about your working style. I mean, what kind of clients do you deal with? तो क्या करते हो आप मतलब वडोदरा में हो या do you have work outside Vadodara? Like, tell us everything about what kind of work do you do?
So initially, when I started, like the first year when I graduated from ICBI as a soft skill trainer, so I did a lot of CSR activities, and I also worked with quite NGOs. Then I went to schools. Like, I even went to my daughter's school, and I remember training senior KG kids in time management, which was really like, it was so much fun to be with them. Then slowly and slowly, I did a couple of trainings, and then this KCG happened. That's knowledge.
Or I have. Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Visible, audible? If somebody can confirm. Okay, I think Nimisha got dropped out, so we'll just wait for her to join back because I think she has a very bad internet. Let us check, I think. Okay, so Nimisha is already back with us. Nimisha, internet का कुछ करो.
Yes, ma'am. I'm extremely sorry for that. Actually, ma'am, we've moved to the new house and it's a construction site. So this is
Oh,
happening. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry about that.
no worries, no worries. That is why I think there is a lag in the voice also,
Yeah,
and that
maybe.
is how you got dropped out.
Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry for that.
No problem. So you were telling us about your clients. Who do you work
Yeah.
with, and what are the kind of clients you are dealing with? Corporate, individual, one-on-ones. Are you
So
working within Vadodara, outside Vadodara? So tell us everything about that.
yeah. So, ma'am, as I said, I started working with NGOs initially,
Hmm.
and then I also went to different schools. Again, I'm a part of YI, that's Young Indians, where I serve as the chapter chair for the entire rural belt Vadodara. So I
Okay.
got a lot of opportunities to train the rural sector over there. Then KCG happened, this Knowledge Consortium of Gujarat, where I gave the interview and luckily got selected. So through KCG, I've been to lots and lots of colleges. Like I can say, I've trained more than 50,000 students all over Gujarat. More than
Oh,
that,
wow.
maybe. Yes, ma'am. And it really gives immense satisfaction when you see your students actually imbibing the learning that you give them. And I saw that this urge for learning is a lot in the rural crowd.
Hmm.
Maybe because it's not available to them that easily. So there, and after that, I've also been working with corporates right now. So I've entered the corporate world and luckily have been getting a lot of trainings there also. Even outside Vadodara, I've been going for trainings. So the journey has been really good.
That's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've been keeping yourself really busy.
Yes, ma'am. Always. Yeah.
And a lot of people have this myth that Vadodara जैसे छोटे शहर में तो कहाँ काम मिलेगा लोगों को, and unlike, I mean, contrary to popular belief, a
Yeah.
lot of people from Vadodara are doing some fantastic work, and I must say that I must actually congratulate all these people because I have seen maximum people out of Vadodara doing some amazing work. Some
Thank you,
people
ma'am.
from Vadodara, some people from Ahmedabad. I mean, they are doing phenomenal work. And that's
Yes.
really a proud moment for all of us because we at ICBI, we feel really, really proud of the fact that all these people who are from the initial batches, I mean, today they are at a different level altogether because they've all become seniors and they are, I mean, a real pride, we would say, of ICBI.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Even like when I started, of course, it was with a very positive thought that, I would do something. It's not just a course for me, it is something, it's my passion for me. So when I started, and today, like 5 years down the line, when I look at the growth graph, I really feel so happy and I express that gratitude for the same. So, yes, ma'am.
But
It is
I
good.
must say, I'm not boasting, but Vadodara people are firebrand.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you on
Seriously.
behalf of all the Vadodara people.
Yeah, absolute firebrand.
Thank you, ma'am.
Great. So tell me, how did ICBI certification help you spread your wings?
Um, so, as I said, I used to go to train people earlier also, and there were some inhibitions at some certain point, and I used to feel helpless that, I cannot do certain things officially, even though I want to. So I used to think that I wish I had some magic wand and, just I could spread that wand and that magic happens. So I can say that ICBI certification is that magic wand which has given me the power to empower so many people. So ICBI certification has taken me a long way in my life, and the day since I've got the certificate, I've always been Like people have changed my life the same way I have tried to influence others and change their lives as much as I can.
That's really, really amazing. So I think there is something, you feel that confidence, एक
Yes,
बार once you get the flavor, I mean, I would not say just the flavor of a certificate, but once ICBI touches you, you get in touch with ICBI.
yes,
There is a different sentiment altogether, I mean, you come in contact with people, you come in contact with, like-minded people, people of different age group, people who are from different domain. I think that itself also gives you a lot of confidence from within,
yes,
because you interact with different people. So that also is that's very much required,
yeah,
because you get exposed to different experiences of life,
yes, yes, ma'am. True.
because you are not just interacting with people who are from your age group or with your experience. You are interacting with somebody who's like 18, 19. You're interacting with somebody who's about 35, 36. You're interacting with somebody who's about 50 plus.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
it's like a whole bunch of people who are from different backgrounds, different experiences, with different exposures. Somebody who's a homemaker, somebody
Yeah,
who's a doctor, somebody who's a
yes,
teacher, somebody who's an engineer, somebody who's a lawyer, who's a chartered accountant. So that's like a phenomenal set of people whom you deal with,
yes, ma'am.
and that itself gives you so much. So you feel that you have got exposed to so many different kind of people.
Yes, true, true, ma'am. I remember a student of mine from a very, very remote village. So this is
Hmm.
through KCG, whom I trained. And I just got a message from her last week saying, thank you so much, ma'am, for the skills that you taught us. So today she's there. She's a part of an MNC, and she's got a very nice job. So she was like, I'm the first one from my village to be a part of such an MNC. And even they were very surprised when they saw the way I was talking, the way my mannerism was, the etiquette that was there during the interview. So I felt so happy. Like, even in a crowd, if you touch two lives, that does make a lot of difference. So as you said, ma'am, we meet different people, and of course that influences us a lot.
Absolutely. And learning is one is that you learn through what is taught in the class,
Yes, ma'am.
offline or online, irrespective. And the other learning is that, what you learn from your peers.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
That is like, that learning is something that takes you at another level.
Yeah, true.
So that learning is very, very important, very important. And that is
Very
why,
important.
when children go to school, or when they are meeting their classmates, or the kind of exposure they get when they interact with each other, that exposure is so important, because that is where actual learning happens.
Yes, true. Yes, ma'am.
You communicate, your mind opens,
Yes,
so this is where your confidence comes.
it comes. Yes, ma'am.
So there are
Very.
so many people who interact, who talk to each other, and that is how confidence building happens. So many people look forward to only interacting,
Yes,
when the class opens and there is so much of interaction. That interaction people look forward to.
yes, ma'am. True.
So
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is like really, really phenomenal.
Yes.
Great. So tell me, Nimisha, how do you promote yourself? What is your strategy? What do you do to market yourself? Because you have been doing a lot of work. So how does that work come to you? A lot of people must be wondering that how does Nimisha promote herself? Is it social media? Is it word of mouth? Or is there some other way by which you promote yourself? तो आप अपना secret बताओ.
So, ma'am, secret बताऊं तो initially I never used to promote myself. I
Hmm.
was very much away from social media. However, I learned that the kind of business industry we are into, social media is very important again. So I started promoting myself by putting up the work I have done, by putting up the learnings, by taking small testimonials from the people whom I have trained. And again, feedback also I feel plays a very important role. It's like when you're doing something so passionately, when you put your heart and soul into something, definitely it is going to come back with good rewards. So that's how I've always been. I always, whenever I take up a training, it is never a competition for me. It is never something that, it's, I don't look at it as a business, to be honest, but I look at it as something that I love doing passionately. And when I just go, it's completely myself. So the feedbacks that I receive also help me a lot in getting more and more work. And yeah, now I have started doing social media marketing. So yes, I do put up my posts on Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp and all that. And yeah,
So
so
don't you
that's how.
explore LinkedIn? LinkedIn is not a platform where you
LinkedIn is a
actively
platform.
promote your
LinkedIn is a
business.
platform. I'm not so active. However, now even I'm planning to do that as well. That because LinkedIn is again a very important platform. So yes.
All right, that's great. But you think that social media is important for one to promote themselves,
Yes, it
to
is. Yes, ma'am.
stay relevant and
Yeah, it
be
is
there
very,
in the
very
market.
important. Yes.
Great. And how do you feel? I mean, this is one question which I usually wish and I always prefer to ask most women who are there, on this platform, that how does it feel to be an independent woman? I mean, you may or may not want that money that comes, by earning, because it may not be a financial requirement. But how is that feeling? What is that emotion to be an independent individual, not even a woman, an individual? And what kind of confidence do you experience being an independent individual?
Yeah. So, ma'am, as you said, of course, it was never a financial requirement. It was always the liking that I had for it. I never thought that this liking would turn into a profession someday. It happened gradually. And the day I earned the first, I would tell you, the first training that I did, and I got 1500 for that. So till date, I have those 1500 in my wallet. I don't spend it, and
Hmm.
that feeling of earning on your own, and you are the owner of whatever is yours, is unique. So I got that feeling once I started earning. I also learned that the value of money. uh, Whenever, like when you spend your husband's money, or when you're from a family where that was never a constraint. So the day I stepped in as a financially, when I got independent, it helped me to grow more, to learn more, and to value things more than before. So yes, financial independence has got a lot of confidence in me, where I know where I can invest my money. Recently, I learned that also, how to invest your finances, how to manage your finances, and that really gives me a very good feeling from inside.
That's such an amazing sentiment that you shared, and
Yes, ma'am.
value of money, if you realize. And it's also important to teach your children the value of money.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So I'm sure you must have already taught your two lovely daughters the value of money.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, of
And what
course.
are they doing, by the way? What are those two beautiful girls doing?
So I have two daughters. The elder one is in 10th this year, and the younger one is in 4th. They both are very different as far as their likings are concerned. But what is similar and connecting is values in them, the values that they have. They both know that small things matter. Like, even if I have hands on people in the house, I always believe doing my own things. I do the small work on my own, and even they learn that and they respect that. They know that everyone in the house has to be respected, how to speak, how to talk, how to walk. Especially COVID times, they that was the time when we bonded even more closer, because I
Hmm.
remember taking all my soft skill sessions from home.
Huh.
So they used to listen. So they learned that, okay, mama, what is SWOT analysis? What is self-confidence? What is self-esteem? And what is a goal in life? So they used to listen to me. And I remember a point when I used to ask my students, my younger one would just raise her hand and say, mama, I want to answer. I know this so well. So I feel so good when I see them learning the culture, imbibing the values, which are very, very important. And I feel that can only be imbibed if the parents have that one-on-one touch or feeling or relationship with your child.
And
Because
involve them in what you
yes,
do.
yes,
Make them a part
involving
of
them.
what profession you are into, so
Yes,
that they know exactly. Because my son keeps saying ICBI, na, huh? So I think when I grow up, I will also be a part of ICBI.
so that's
So
wonderful.
I mean, he is already motivated to be a part of ICBI.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, that's lovely. So yes, they both are, but the younger one is completely contradictory to the elder one. She's more into, she loves acting and walking and styling. So she recently did an ad shoot in Baroda also. So they both are
Oh.
poles apart. However,
Hmm.
as I said, values keep them bonded. So
Hmm.
they do understand what is the importance of little things, what little happiness means, what family means. So
And what does your husband have to say about you being a soft skills trainer?
So I want to share this one incident, ma'am. I initially when I did started my training, so I gave a session at Rotary Club of Vadodara. So we are
Hmm.
a part of it, where Hina ma'am and my husband were also there. So he was in the audience. So after the session was done, he clapped for me. He felt so proud, though he didn't say anything, but I could see from his body language he was very happy. So his mom, she called me and asked me that how was your session, beta? How was it today? And I said, Mama, it was excellent. The best part of the session was that today your son was in the audience and I was the speaker. So she started laughing. She was like, okay.
Hina is
So
already smiling, huh? Hina is already smiling.
she knows it all.
Hmm.
She knows it. But yes, he feels proud of me. He speaks less. He won't. But whatever is there, he's always supported me. He's been like a backbone to me because he never thought I would go this way in my career. When I joined ICBI, he was like, okay, maybe you know what usually women do after kids, they join some course to keep themselves busy. So everyone in the house had that perception. But when they saw me growing professionally and personally, they all feel so proud for me. And that too gives me a lot of immense satisfaction and happiness.
That's really, really amazing. Great. So you feel proud of yourself?
Yes, I feel proud and I also express gratitude for where I am today.
So are there any high and low moments in your life, Nimisha? हाई
So
तो होंगे बट लो मोमेंट्स भी होते हैं.
होते हैं कभी कभी. Sometimes it happens because we can't be the same throughout. There are sentiments involved in certain things. So yes, that happens. But my soft skill only helps me to come out of those things. I meditate. I talk to myself. A positive talk to your own self sometimes heals a lot of things. Uh, and you can evolve better and better each day. When I look at myself 5 years down the line, where I used to feel so low about small small things like आज ये नहीं हुआ कल मुझसे वो नहीं हुआ, so I can see I have evolved over those emotions in these 5 years. I cannot exactly control, but yes, I can relate to my emotions, and I know where to stop and how to control that's what I can do now. So yeah, there have been low moments, high moments, but then those high moments give me energy to forget the low ones in life, and that's how it keeps going.
Excellent. So you've already have you already have a gemstone in the house who's a TEDx speaker,
Yes.
your daughter.
Yeah.
So who has she gone on?
So of course, when someone says, "Wow, Gia, you've done so well," so father is like all collars up, and he's like, "She's my daughter." So, but yeah, Gia always tells me that, "Mama, I get inspired a lot when I see you." She's seen my journey. She's seen me emotionally break down also at points. Like when I lost my father, I was really low at that point in the beginning of the year. And she's always been there like a friend. She's a teenager now. She's always been there like a friend, a very strong support. come what may, she always consoles, she comes to me. So there was a point in life where she was my support system rather than me being hers. So yeah, and TEDx speaker, yeah, she always pens down her sentiments and she's very clear about whatever she does and says. So I think that is why she has achieved this.
But I must congratulate you, Nimisha, that maintaining your work, taking care of your house, maintaining two children, who one of them is also a TEDx speaker, taking care of their values, looking after yourself. Self care is also very
It's
important.
very important.
ये सब करना और सब कुछ सब संभाल के चलना. I mean, hats off to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
It's
so
not
much.
easy. It's not easy because yeah, I mean, for all of us, I would say
Yes.
that it's a commendable job. It's a commendable job.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking after children and children doing so well in life. I mean, the reward first should go to the mother,
Thank
then
you,
to the
ma'am.
father.
I'll record this. I'll send it to my husband today. That first the reward goes to me, then is the second one
Absolutely,
is you.
absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
उसके बाद फादर को जाता है, पहले मदर को
Father.
जाता है, फिर फादर को जाता है.
हाँ. But I would like to add here, ma'am, that there have whenever I was like not available, my husband was always there for children. He has always tried to imbibe the same values in them. Like in today's life, when husbands are so busy with their business and work, because he has a big thing to manage, but still when he comes home, he'll look for children, he'll ask them whatever they want to, and he teaches maths to both the daughters. So that way he contributes a lot, and that support system helps me. I feel at peace, that.
See, if both people need to progress in
Yeah.
life, both of them have to be hands on.
Yes,
Both of
ma'am.
them have to be hands on.
Yeah. Yes.
Even both me and my husband, I mean, sir and me, I mean, if we are not hands on, गाड़ी आगे नहीं बढ़ेगी.
नहीं बढ़ेगी, सही बात है.
That is why वो एक दोनों पहियों को बराबर बराबर साथ में चलना पड़ेगा.
चलना पड़ेगा.
तो
Very
एक
true.
पहिया अगर बैठ गया तो फिर दूसरा पहिया सिर्फ ड्रैग होता रहेगा और फिर एक को साथ में घसीटते हुए चलना पड़ेगा. गाड़ी
Yes.
आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएगी.
नहीं बढ़ पाएगी, सही बात है. Very true.
Yeah. So in today's times, both of them have to parallelly work together.
Yes, ma'am. I agree. Of course.
Yeah. That is what love is all about, no?
Yes.
Great. So how do you stay relevant in today's times? I mean, how do you keep yourself updated? That is something which I think everybody needs to understand because value of updation is also very important. Staying
Very
relevant
important.
is very important. So आप क्या
Very
करते हो उसके
important.
लिए?
So here I would like to share an example. Like when I did soft skills, I was not very sure about image then. And somehow the career started with soft skills. I started doing well in that. And 5 years down the line, so recently when I came for the conference at Delhi, I heard you. I heard a lot of people share their experience. And that was where I made up my mind that image is also the need of the hour. It's like you can clap with both the hands. Soft skills and image goes hand in hand. And that would add more value to my soft skills. So I can say that when if you adapt to the surroundings, if you adapt to the changes that are happening and you change positively, accepting what is the need of the hour. So that is how I try to stay relevant with the times. And yeah, I also read a lot of books uh, related to like a lot of motivation, good thoughts. Then I like to read a little bit of fiction, but even that adds on to a lot of stories that you can share during your trainings and all that. So I'm listening to a few good speakers. One of them is my daughter. I love listening to her because whenever she writes, she really comes up with something so different that I have to pick up a dictionary at times and see, okay, what is the meaning of what you're writing. She's touchwood, she's that good. So that is how I keep myself updated. I
Is
try
she a
to
Shashi
learn.
Tharoor fan or what?
Pardon, ma'am?
Is she a Shashi Tharoor fan?
Not really. No, no. That is, I think, in the family. My father-in-law writes. My husband is very good with writing. So it's coming from there.
Acha.
Yeah.
Okay. And where do you see yourself 5 years down the line?
So 5 years down the line, I see myself learning a lot of new things, adding on to my personal and professional values more and more. And of course, with my hard work, dedication, I see myself progressing and establishing more as a soft skill trainer and an image consultant too.
आपने इमेज ज्वाइन किया कि नहीं किया फाइनली?
हाँ, मैंने कर लिया है, इमेज ज्वाइन कर लिया है, and I'm really enjoying that. I mean, all the lessons are awesome. All the trainers who are coming are wonderful. I mean, even those who have not joined, I would say you should do image. You must do image. I can feel the difference in my things now.
So one last question to you, Nimisha.
Yes, ma'am.
What is that one message that you would like to give to all those people who are planning or who are already pursuing soft skills training?
So I always live by the motto, where there is will, there is a way, because my life has changed just because of this one thinking. I always wanted to do certain things, but back of the mind, there were a lot of excuses. Nimisha, ये नहीं हो पाएगा, तू ये नहीं कर पाएगी, time कहाँ से निकालेगी? But then with the change in the willpower, the strength that I got, I fought through all the things and I am here today. So I would tell everyone that, whenever we say we can't do something, it's just a mere excuse. If you want to do something, it's just you and you can do it. You're not stoppable. You're unstoppable until and unless you decide to stop. So just go with the flow, learn things, and you can achieve what you want if you're really passionate about it.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much, Nimisha, for your time and coming on this platform. And it was amazing talking to you.
Thank you
You're
so much.
full of energy, so full of positivity. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I was equally, as I told you, I was so excited to be with you on this platform. And of course, I've never shared this, but you have inspired a lot of trainers like us, to build up a career into this image consulting. So I really heartily thank you, ma'am, for this, for always being there for all of us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much and wish you all the very best for your future and to your children as well. And I hope that your daughters do fantastically well. They're already doing, but they should do even better.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And thank you all the people who have been with us through this live. And I'll see you again next week. Until then, this is Nimisha and Suman Agarwal signing off for today. Thank you, Nimisha, once again.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.